Alright, this is just going to be going over Aaron's Myla %PB. I have a copy of the game open as well that I can switch to in case I want to show a few things, but I'm going to just go over this fairly quickly. Before I start, I'm not going to point out tons of little movement things, but I will, sort of the first time each of them come up, just point them out and how to rectify them, and then not continue to point them out just because there's something that can be fixed somewhat easily. Alright, so yeah, we've got the intro here. Nothing of value is missed in skipping this. Obviously, don't upslash too late there, but that's not massive. Actually, there was something here I wanted to point out. Here, this is a lot harder to do on Twitch than YouTube. But, you landed like in the middle of this platform. For any jump like this where you're going to turn around, you want to land as close to the edge as you can here, and it'll just save a few tenths. And that, over the course of a run with all the instances of it, can add up to like 5 seconds kind of thing. The Vengefly here, you want to, especially for tournament where you can't just reset KP if Vengefly is mean, be slightly more reactive, see if your Vengefly is going fast enough, and then go for it once it's gonna be in position. For softfall here, you do the softfall, which is good, but you let go of forward for way too long. I went and timed this earlier, but you barely actually save time here over hard falling. You want to be as close to the edge of that platform when you land as you can, otherwise you're not going to be saving like any time. So, you know, that's fine. And that's KP. So yeah, you can knock 5 seconds off there, fine. This is obviously kind of a no reset early game just to get like tournament condition practice and stuff, so no huge lost sleep over that. That's all stuff that's pretty easy to rectify. This was all fine. Your drop here, you kind of got an unfortunate Gruz position, but I wouldn't do such a big jump, especially when you can see it's going to bounce. This sort of position, you want to either do like a small hop, or wait for it and then go down the inside here. If you're going to pre-jump, don't jump like this kind of trajectory. You want to, any pre-jump you do, jump, be on your way down, and basically just grazing past the ledge you're pre-jumping over. The idea being that if you just fell off, if you consider like your fall to kind of be a parabola, falling would be like that. But if you start that parabola up here, then you're already going fast when you get past. But if you do it like that, then you're not actually benefiting from it. So yeah, just little stuff. You miss the inventory drop and then just fall normally, which is perfectly fine, especially if you're not super confident in it. Tiny time save here. You want to do a tiny hop there, because it's hard to tell, but you actually graze past a little platform there. And Aspidarina. This is fine. Ideally, you want to land more here, kind of thing. And that gives the Aspids less time to go and move. It'll just make it slightly more consistent. Good geo out of Aspidarina though, so that's fine. You do this fine, which is the hard part, so that's good. And then unfortunately get the Iapapa. But yeah, again, easy to rectify. Once you've messed this room up, the cycle is cursed, so I certainly don't blame you for that. Healing's fine, especially, yeah, tournament setting. This is another this is another one of those jumps where you can clean up a bunch. You want to jump from there, whereas you jump from like the middle. You go for the Vengefly Pogo here. Again, that's something you can do more reactively to see the Vengefly speed. Ideally, you would learn Statue Pogo just because that's not dependent on Vengefly RNG at all, but you got through there relatively quick and unscathed. So starting out, that's absolutely fine. That was an unfortunate pattern. For that one, I think you want to Pogo the Jennifer, but yeah, you can't really be expected to know how to deal with all of those. Yeah, this is all fine. False Knight here, you kind of got unfortunate with not quite hitting the trigger there, but when you do, you still don't want to go all the way to the wall, because you want to get 6 hits on False Knight before it jumps. You get 4 here, I believe. And then you want to do on the jump, if it jumps towards you, you want to do a forward slash, up slash, and then backslash to get 3 hits in the jump, whereas you got like 1. So 6 hits there, 3 in the jump, and then the rest there. It'll actually let you down False Knight before he gets a second jump, so that'll save time plus make it more consistent. Because 50% of your fights will just be over after the first jump. This is fine. Kind of unfortunate geopositions there. Something you can do to rectify that when they're running like this, you jump over them, turn around, slash them. You'll lose like no time for the turnaround slash, but you'll turn them around towards you when you hit them. And you can do that on like the charger as well. And that'll put them all more towards the left, so then they'll all die, drop their geo, in a nice spot over here. But yeah, apart from that, this was all fine. The gate here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do up slash, and then jump forward slash, up slash, and you'll come through, break it up here, and then again you get that kind of, sorry, up here, then you get that kind of parabola fall going, and it saves about 0.3, but that's not huge. It also, I'm getting this suspicion you don't have the best PC just from the slow Vengeflies and how many freeze frames it seemed like you were getting here. But it'll also make the last 2 hits not on the gate, so it will help reduce that, and hopefully help you sort of time those nail swings better, so that might also be advantageous for you. Then back there you want to, as soon as you get past the lip, start going right again, because if you look here, kind of keep going this way for a while, so then you land about here instead of, you can land about here. Again, this is just that small tenths here, tenths there, but they do add up, and if you're aware of it, you can fix it, kind of thing. This was all fine, this was all fine. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to my game here. You can do Trinomi planks really easy on current patch. So instead of 2 up slashes like that, and then you get through here, and the tick tick. So just to give you an idea of speed, the tick tick for you was about here. With Trinomi planks and a good jump in the VS pickup, you can get up here and jump off before the tick tick even gets around this corner, which is really nice. It probably is like a second time save for you. So, Ancestral Mound. The tick tick cycle will be off just because I'm not doing the whole VS pickup and stuff. But for Trinomi planks, you want to slash from about here. Oop, not quite there. So it's, yeah, at a distance where it's really hard to do out of a save state, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm kind of coming, there we go. So it's just walking your nail into it and then up slashing. You'll get a feel for it pretty quick. It's not as hard as I made it look. I'm so rusty. And then yeah, you come up here, you come up here, and then yeah, you land up here before the tick tick even catches up to you, and it, again, nice time save. I'm gonna jump ahead a bit. So you went for double plank, but didn't get it in PB. You want to sort of so you just fall off of that full jump and then slash. The full jump gives you the acceleration you need to be able to hit both the planks in one slash. Then again, skipping forward a bit, you want to do this Vengefly pogo here. Due to just how long I've been in the room, it had a chance to kind of move there, but sometimes it can get stuck under the platform based on like FPS and stuff. In that case, you can just jump and ignore it, but it's definitely worth doing. It saves a deceptively large amount of time, so definitely go for it. And then yeah, unfortunate there, but you do bench, which is absolutely the right choice. I'd even bench on 4 for tournament, unless you're really confident in your green path and cloak. Just because it's 1.5 seconds and 0 soul for a heal. This is all fine. Left side in this next room is good, especially for tournament. And then in here, you want to do 2-3-2. So a pogo and turnaround slash, or a pogo and a pogo on this guy. And then forward, forward, up slash on this guy. The reason you couldn't get 3 hits there was because you did 3 on the previous one, and it gives the guy a chance to walk further left. So yeah, you want to do 2-3-2. You don't want to forward slash either of these explodey boys, or they are more likely to blow up in your face. And that'll have you on 7 hits of soul leaving this room. Here, you want to go the lower path. I'm not sure if you've had bad experiences with the lower path and are just choosing not to go that way, but it's absolutely worth it. Just jump down there, because here you're just losing time. You're having to let go forward for a bit. If you do miss the 2-3-2, you can do the jump, and then there's 2 hits there, which should bring you up to 9. And then I would go for this fireball skip, even if you're not super confident on it, just because it's so much time save, and it's like the best way to get better at it without it feeling like a chore. For the Eric backup though, alright, for the Eric backup, you jumped a little late. Oh, I'm not what they call good. I haven't done this in a while. There we go. So you can actually do it on reaction to the audio cue of when it's like lining up the charge. Ideally you preempt it slightly. Yeah. Which does make it kind of difficult, but it's definitely doable. You can kind of just spam hop like that, honestly. Odds are it'll be high enough. Case in point. I'm not even sure if that's like a buffer strat or something, but yeah, it's certainly not too bad. Because as soon as, if this first charge is bad and it ends up there, it can be really hard to back up. So that strat of just doing jumps as soon as you get up there is what's given me the most success. Yeah, so I think that's the best way to do it. It's not something that's been labbed extensively, but that's gotten me through plenty of randos. And then, yeah. Eric Bully. Yeah, you saved that nicely. That's fine. You want to go lower path here as well. Just because the Moss Charge is a good geo source, and geo's quite tight in this category. Yeah, so you way off on that, but you decided to keep going, which is good. This fireball skip more than any of the others. If you miss it once, just keep going, because on current patch, Dude Pogo here is consistent, but if you take too long getting there, they head too far to the right. You did miss it there, but you obviously know about it, you know to go for it, so that's just a little practice and you'll get that. That's fine. This guy, if you're a little faster, you can hit through the floor. Here, especially because you're on 6 soul, you want to do a small pre-jump here, and then you turn around slash this guy, and you land down here. And it's just slightly more consistent. And it's one hit of soul instead too, but you get so much along here. That's fine. You don't really need 9 hits of soul going into this room. 8 is fine because you're going to get the nail slash on the Moss Knight. So you're wasting a hit there. I recommend at least having an idea of what to do for Moss Knight quick kill. Even if you play it really erring on the side of caution. Just because it's a lot of time save for categories that do Venge Flaking, because it saves you having to worry about soul collection, just because you gain that extra 3 hits. If you are going to practice this, make sure you set your save state outside of the room. The reason I say this is because if you do it with your save state in the room, the AI doesn't behave right. Oh, again, I'm rusty. There we go. Just because, again, it also puts the geo like nicely over here, so you're much more likely to be able to get a lot of it without having to slow down at all. But yeah, just practice that. And this was all fine. Nice. Yeah, that was perfect. And just some ye old walking. Right. And then the Moss Charger. Ideally, you forward slash that later, just so you can do the up slashes on it. It can be a little scary, but you'll get the timing down. And Hornet. Oh, unfortunate there. Ideally, you don't pogo Hornet there for the needle throw. You just do side slashes and jump over the needle in each direction, because it also lets you nail cancel fireball and just slash faster. But you're on 1 health here and playing pretty carefully, which is definitely advisable. But yeah, apart from that, it was fine. You kind of jumped and got hit by the airborne dash though. You want to jump only as a reaction for Hornet 1. Just because if you jump and then she does that airborne dash, she can go in real weird spots and it's really hard to consistently save. Just a movement thing here. You don't want to do that second dash. You want to dash and then jump around, like pre-jump around the corner. Just because like you end all the way out there, so it's not worth it at all. I go back to Ancestral Mound, I can just show that. There is the inventory drop you can do here, but I'm not going to show that either. I swear to God something's wrong with my frame cap or something. My game feels super weird. I don't know what that is. But yeah, do your dash and then just jump around the corner like that. And then here, it's just dash, jump, dash, dash. Instead, 2 dashes like that. So that one there, you did it with a walk out of the transition. I'm assuming that's because you've had bad experiences with doing it with dash. But how you make that easier is don't hold the direction out of the transition. You just press dash and then switch to holding forward as you press jump. That makes it consistent and it'll save you about half a second. So just like that, because if you dash, it will take you off, but it makes the jump timing easier. You're going to be able to coyote frame that. So yeah, that makes it way easier, just not holding forward straight away. And again, absolutely recommend that. Oh, I missed a few seconds here. You want to pre-jump that and not land on all those platforms. And yesterday I linked the how to do this room without wanting to die, but yes, that's probably 2 seconds plus there. If you go the top room there with the Owen Wilsons, you want to be getting more soul off of them and dashing more. Let me just... I'll actually play this all the way through to Claw, and then play through all the way to Claw myself and just show you all the little bits. Because there's a lot of stuff here that will add up quite a lot. And then... So you get fungal rocks. I don't think they should be necessary for this category, but consistency is nice. I see Pogo. Ooh, 1 soul here. Okay. That is really impressive. But I wouldn't recommend going for that, because there's no way that's consistent. Right, so yeah. And then pre-jump, and then once you pre-jump, just mash your face against this wall here, and then let go of any direction, and you'll fall straight through all of this without landing. And then when you do, it's just pogo this, dash, and you'll land in the transition. There's this room. Oops, I did that dash a little high. Then here, this is how you want to do this. There's 1 hit, and then forward slash that guy. That does about 2 or 3 extra dashes to what you were doing. So it'll save you, honestly, I think about a second. So that is absolutely worth learning. Just like that. That is probably one of your big time saves. And then here, because you got 2 extra hits in that previous room, you don't need to hit this Fungloon. Just dash, dash. This movement's super consistent. The main thing to look out for, don't do this dash too early or you'll dunk. But if you're really worried about that, you can do that, and that's still faster. I still recommend learning that. It's a nice little 1-2. Just don't rush, don't get in your head, and you'll be fine. Then from here, you want to kind of snake around this platform and then do that. So that's not too bad. Ideally, you do that like that, so you don't even touch that platform. Here, you don't want to touch that. Just boom, boom. Easy. And then through here, you did a jump over here instead of the dash, that's fine. Just because you really don't want to dunk there. So as a safety, yeah, absolutely fine. Here, you want to do dash dash to get to that mushroom instead of dash jump. It's just slightly faster, so dash dash, pogo dash, pogo dash, pogo dash, pogo dash, pogo dash. You want to, I delayed this dash a little. The idea being you want to clear this ledge without touching it out of this dash, but you don't want to clear it so high that you hard fall here. You want to just do that. Yeah, exactly that. And you land here. Ideally you pre-jump, but if not, that's fine. Dash, dash. So you have to land on the platform here. And yeah, dash, dash. That'll save again. Probably another second or two for pretty little effort. It's just a little 1-2 to learn. And then you want to jump dash. That just gives you a higher fall acceleration. I realise now you probably got these rocks because you're worried about soul free pogo. I'm not going to tell you to learn one fireball before tournament, just because that's not your biggest time save and consistency is far more important. Oh, yeah, like, I haven't played this game in a week, and it's showing, so I probably could have damage tanked that. Yeah, this is why you don't try and record stuff after having not played for ages, but yeah. Since you do 3 fireball e-pogo though, please get 3 hits of soul in this room. So to do that, you do that. Doing that as a forward slash, that first one might feel counterintuitive, but it's actually fine because you need to land up here to get your dash back. And I'll show you why in a second. So bum, 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 bum. Because then you do that. You just dash here so you don't hard fall here, and that'll save you again another 0.8. And then have Mantis Pogo. Please learn the proper one. Ooh. So I got a little unlucky there, or executed poorly, but yeah, there's plenty of resources out for Mantis Pogo. Just that makes it way more consistent. Plus, you kill this big Mantis, and if you see, I got 11 of the 12 Geo. You won't always get that much, but you will often get 6 or 7. So it's absolutely worth learning just for that extra money as well. And that'll make, you know, that kind of time really consistent instead of randomly losing 20 seconds. Movement, movement, movement. Again, do that as a pre-jump and jump there. That one is another neutral. Switch over to this. That's fine. Here, you want to, yeah, neutral dash and then jump dash dash instead of walking like that. Just same as that other one I talked about on the way to fungal. Makes it a lot easier to get your jump off, and it will save again that kind of like half second or so. So yeah, neutral dash, 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 and then if you actually do it right, so neutral dash, 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 pogo, pogo, pogo. That's the quickest way to do that room, and it's super consistent, just with that neutral dash at the start. And then for this room, you want to do 2 dashes, jump. Oh, hang on. I'm bad. Right, you want to do dash, dash, jump dash, pogo dash to land up on that platform. That is the quickest way to do that room, and it's super consistent. Yeah, so you do 2 fewer dashes in this room. Here, you do 2 fewer dashes as well. So this is like all those little time saves. And then here, let me switch over to your feed. Alright, so yeah, you do 1 fewer dash there, 1 fewer dash there. And then here, you do the 1, 2, but then you don't dash there or there. So that's 2 fewer dashes. And then here, you want to jump dash to this platform instead of just jumping. Another half second there kind of thing. This is good. Yeah, buy that. Bench, leave, yeah. There, it's 1 dash. Ideally, you do 1 dash and a pre-jump, but delaying it and doing 1 dash is fine. So this is the optimal strat. Oh, no, that's not. You don't want to touch the edge at all there. So that's the optimal strat. But the next best thing that's much easier is come out, wait a little, and then you dash like that. Because again, you don't want to touch this edge here and reset your full speed. So yeah, you can just do this and then dash. I don't do it that way, which is why I'm mistiming it. But a visual cue, yeah. So the visual cue you can use is dashing when you're in line with this edge here. And then that will put you straight through and cutting it as close as you can consistent. Oh, crap. I'm so bad at switching back to the correct feed. Alright, so optimal strat, that. So a dash and then a pre-jump. The next best thing that's a lot easier is that. So the cue that I was using for that, as you heard me discuss but couldn't see, is in line with this wall in the background here, and just holding forward. Because you don't want to brush against this lip here, because you'll reset your full speed and lose time. Right. This drop here, there's a very specific way you want to do this room. And that is, come off here, you can inventory drop, but yeah, you can inventory drop, then / up /. Ah, crap, let me just, yum yum. Non-inventory drop, it looks like this. Now this Jenny has 2 spawns, either close like this, or far, and you do 1 extra dash if you get the far spawn. So that's close, but yeah, far will be more like here, so bum bum instead. And yeah, you want to be doing the first dash under this platform because of how your dash cooldown and all that works out. If you do this, you're then falling with your dash up, but unable to use it for longer. Whereas if you dash like here, you're closer to the cooldown. The reason that matters is because when you dash, you reset your full speed. So if you reset it here and then again here, you're not actually falling at this terminal velocity for as long. Whereas if you dash here and then just as you land, your dash refreshes, like comes off cooldown and you get it back from landing. That's the perfect timing because you're falling at this max full speed for as long as possible. Yeah, it's just slightly faster. So then you have your 6 hits going into Grozmother. Kind of showing off there, but I think you had one with fewer dashes. Fine Grozmother kill. Unfortunate cleanup. You want to be fireballing sooner. Just because the sooner you fireball, the less chance the Grozzers have to spread out. This is fine. Unfortunate there. It's fine. Yeah, remember the bell. Again, that's 1 dash. And yeah, the proper drop there. Right. For that shade skit, oh boy. Right, for this shade skit, if I just deploy a bench here. Right. For the shade skit, there's a consistent way you want to do this. Gonna hope I remember. Have I given myself all charms? Yep. Alright, take 2. So a little jump, dash, up. What? Because it was created it. But whatever. This is the important bit. A little jump, dash, up slash dash, jump. And then it's just like any percent shade skip. So, you know, da 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 da, pogo, up you come. This way of setting it up with the up slash though. So jump, dash, up slash dash is, yeah, how you want to do that. And 3 you come. And that setup probably will save. I mean, when you consider all the other stuff that went wrong with the shade skip, it'll save sort of 10-15 seconds, but overdoing it without that pre-jump, it's probably 1 or 2. This is all fine. You can hit that totem through the floor. Here, you can do an up slash here before you start dashing. And ideally you get a hit on the Ravar, but it wasn't in a great spot, so that's fine. Alright, now I'm going to speak out city kind of broad strokes and then give you more detailed stuff. So what we need out of city is 750 geo before we sell relics. You're on 272 now, Gorgeous Husk is 420, the middle row of kings here gives 30, and then there's about 36 I want to say, extra in Gorgeous Husk room. And yeah, you need to bring that number up to 750. So I'm going to watch through your entire one and then give you some feedback. Kill the row here, that's good. I wouldn't spend so long collecting soul on that guy. You can make 3 work, but you want 4 hits of soul coming into this middle row, but you don't need more. The reason being, you can get hits on these guys while you're getting over here. And if I go back here, you can hit this guy through the floor as well. Yeah, so I had just got 3 hits on that guy and then kept going. And then you would forward slash the guard, pogo the guard, dash, pogo the big boy. But yeah, that's fine. Also, when you come past here, you want to hit the lever and then go down here, kill these guys, come back, and then the elevator will be out of your way so you don't dunk on spikes there. It's faster plus safe. Killing these guys, they're all in really good positions, that's fine. Sometimes they can be in pretty bad spots. This is fine. Unfortunate there. You want to go through this row here. So let me just up to king. The reason being, it is soul plus speed. The perfect combo. Just like that. If you don't feel confident in that pogo, you can pogo that guy, land, or like land, turn around, slash, jump. But yeah, ideally you pogo this guy and then end up here. Saves a good chunk of time, but even like the slowest version of this is going to be faster than going up here. Plus it gives you soul, so win-win. And yeah, so you want to go down a row here. This is consistent, like 3 soul. Just like that. And if the other guy decides to dash towards you, which I'm not getting, please? I promise this is random. You just do that. Ideally, you do that when it dashes away. But you don't want to fall down. So either be comfortable with that or go over. If you do elect to go over, you ideally want to jump dash, land dash, just because it gives you a dash back faster and you end up right here. And this room, yeah, so you'll go in with more soul so you can fireball out the gate, and that makes that a lot easier. You want to prevent what just happened here. Hang on, let me replay the room. Right. Yeah, so if you got the 3 hits earlier, you'd have enough soul here to fireball straight away, and it just makes this whole cleanup a lot easier. And here you heal 1, which makes sense, but I actually advise keeping the fireball so you can fireball while you're in this tunnel, and then Gorgeous Husk is never going to be right here, because this is just a god-awful spawn to deal with. And then this is fine-ish. Yeah. Right, so Gorgeous Husk, you want to do it slightly different. So yeah, fireball out the gate. And then yeah, fireball here, nail, fireball, nail, fireball. And then killing it against this wall means you just have to dash left to leave instead of killing it here, dashing and then dashing. So it saves a couple of seconds to bully it against this wall instead. And the optimal rotation, you don't go for doubles without VS, so it's just nail, fireball, nail, fireball. Pretty simple stuff. But yeah, the main takeaways for this room are come in with a fireball, have a fireball here to fireball, and then this dash here is always safe, and then you can either slap it here if you got that spawn, or dash again and slap it here if you got that spawn. Obviously I'm way under on Geo, but that's because I've skipped 80% of this. You're way over. You're on 810, you need 750. So that to me says if you're gonna get fungal rocks because you're doing 3 fireball mantis pogo, then I would skip Venge Flyking, or I would skip fungal rocks and probably the top 2 enemies in King's Station that you killed right out of the transition. Just because, yeah, you don't need all this extra geo. And that'll just make Soul work out better for Myla or Spire. That's correct. That's correct as well. Yeah. Let me flick back to you. Yeah, so mention the critiques about this. That's fine. You got the soul from pogoing there. That's fine. Yep. Alright. And then through here to Rafters Skip. Lovely, actually. That was really clean. You got a, yeah, kind of unfortunate Ravar position, but it still would have been faster to pogo him. I'm not sure if you elected not to just because of health, but yeah. If you feel comfortable, it's definitely worth going for. Alright, that was really sketchy. But yeah, that's just faster. And if I kill you all... So yeah, if you get the wall jump there, you want to wall jump off that one as well instead of like coming up here and then doing that. Just it's faster. Then you come up here, here. Pick this up, and then depending on the reverse spawns, you might want to up slash here as you walk, and you'll like parry one of them and avoid damage. And then the strat here, I see a lot of people not do this, but this one just works nicely. You walk off, dash, dash, just like that. It's really nice, and you'll like get hit the least out of any version of the strat. Just by double dashing off. Oh. Yeah, so it's faster and nicer than that. This is fine, and selling. Yeah. Fortunate there. Yeah, so ideally you do this as just a jump straight up to the ledge, but I can't blame you for not because it sucks. So I do think there is a happy middle ground to be struck. Oh, you can't firebell on this patch, eh? Great game, by the way. But yeah, from here, ideally, you do this. But if you aren't comfortable in doing that, you can kind of hedge your bets, tap that, and then go for it. And if you miss, you'll land back on the already going up elevator. Like this. Oh no, I missed. So that's just a way of kind of hedging your bets, essentially. Yep, that's correct. Doing that is 3 dashes. Quick menuing to lantern, lovely. Mouse quit out's cringe, but optimal. Alright, so you hit the lever, which is right. But everything else could use a little polish. First of all being, you want to go up the left side here. Now that has a couple of tricky jumps in it and stuff. If I kill everything. But worst case, yeah, well, we'll jump up here. Even if you then go like that, just to avoid the tick-tick or something, that's fine. Then from here, that. You can slap this guy if he's on the right side here. This jump can be a little tough. So if you don't want to do that, then you can do something like that to avoid the bench fly that'll be there. Or you can do that. But yeah, since you're coming from here, something like that is probably ideal. Just because then you're never touching the ground here, so even if the crawler's like right here, because you're a little slow in somewhere, it's not going to be a problem. Just boom, boom, boom. And that's also like all just max height jumps kind of thing. So that lines up really nice. You can, if you do from here, hit that through the platform, which is optimal for 4 Mars shards, but it's not here. You want to jump and then just do that without bonking your head on this platform. If you want to go for the optimal strat. Just like that. But yeah, just practice that room a few times. Since there's no infected vengeflies, it's very consistent. So just, yeah, give it some practice and you'll save 5 seconds or something ridiculous. Then let's see the rest of peak. And this is another section, I'll just play out your entire peak and then go through everything bit by bit. Ideally you interact on the left side of the toll there and then do the look down. Just as soon as the toll dialog shuts, if you're on keyboard, hold down, let go of down and then press forward. Otherwise you won't get the look down. That's a real easy way to miss it. Yeah, this room, not going for Pogax, smart. You want to jump out the other side of the transition there. So overall, this is a fine peak. Just a few little things you can do to save time. Unfortunate not getting that inventory drop. It is worth a disgusting amount of time saved for how stupid a trick it is. It's this damageless cycle. Kinda. Got a knock on my door. Oh. Alright, and I'm back. Okay, so Crystal Peak. There's a few things you can do. So I'll just go through those room by room. I did say I was going to make like a Crystal Peak tutorial, so I'm not sure if this video will end up turning into a Crystal Peak tutorial or if I'll end up double dipping. So that movement through there is all pretty stock standard. It's just spam dash basically. But I'll just do it again. So the main thing to note is I'm only walking on conveyors that are moving forward. See, I walk on that one, and then I'm just hopping on these ones that are going the opposite direction. Then there's the lamp pogo here. The easiest way to do this for me is to take off from around here, right on this edge, and then it just works if you hold diagonal like that. And yeah, lamp pogo up here, up you come. And then, yeah, out of here you react to which way the glimback is, you go the other way. If the glimback is, if you're going this way, you can, yeah, do the crystal pogo to get through with fewer freeze frames, or you can up slash into it for soul. You want at least 3 hits of soul off of those miners and the glimback and stuff you've already hit, just because then you can do Homer Ball, or heal, I guess, if that's a concern. Now this next room, I'm going to show 2 variants. I recommend learning one or the other, at least in some capacity. The first one's the easier but slower. Alright, so I got really unlucky with the crystal crawler that shoots vertically there. I wouldn't bother waiting it out when it activates so late, but often you can wait it out, and then this is the harder and faster one. Oh, no, it's not. Like I say, I haven't done runs of anything in so long. So the snake jumps just help these cycles line up a lot nicer. Yeah, I did not delay that enough. As mentioned, I'm not good at this game. Oh my god, what am I doing? Alright, I'll just show this one more time. If I still don't get it nicely, I'll just link a video or something. Yeah, okay, that's more like it. That is consistent, I promise, I'm just bad. I'll go through now, killing the crystal crawlers in annoying spots and explain everything. Right. So, this room, you jump this side out of the transition, and then 1, 2, 3, jump, jump, over here. I'm going to show the non-snake jump version. If you want the snake jump version, just DM me on Discord or something, but it's harder, so yeah. And then yeah, dash, pogo, the crate that's totally here, up to here, then 1, 2, 3, here. Now, here, you want to react in what you do. If the crawler isn't active yet, and it looks like you can make it, dash, wall-cling dash, and then up. If it looks like the crawler is active, but it's about to deactivate, come up here, dash, dash. and that helps like delay crossing that laser threshold by a couple of tenths, but it also gives you your second dash, so you save that couple of tenths in not having to come back to this wall, and it also means that you don't have to risk like getting hit by the crawler, just because that dash can be really hard for some people. And then yeah, jump, jump, jump. You can get God Pixel or Cycle here and not get hit, but if you are concerned about health, just go along the right side here, pogo that and up. So I'll just show that in full one more time with the non-snake jump version. Yes, that's exactly what I meant by how that vertical laser was active, but by going to the left wall, it had time to deactivate, I got through, and I didn't lose time because I already had that second dash. So that is kind of what you want to ideally be aiming for every time. All of Crystal Peak is really consistent if you just put in some time getting used to it. And then for this next room here, Mathulu covered the left side lantern pogo strat in his guide, so I'll just show that once. Just like that. The other version, which is notably faster, is dash, pogo, and then wall jumps up here. Ooh, and then wall jumps up here. So the decision-making process I'd use here is how much health am I on? If I'm on 3 health or more, go for the lantern pogo. If not, do left side. And I'll explain why in a sec. And then that's after you hit the crystal crawler, it's just 3 pogos. 1, 2, 3. 3 full height wall jumps, sorry. And then yeah, that movement up here. And then we'll jump up this wall twice and land on that platform I saw. Aaron, you went left side here, like this. That's just really slow because you're having to like land for each of these jumps. Wall jump fast, make monkey brain happy, basically. And then here, just jump dash. And then what you do here, there's 2 options. This saves 0.1, but is a little tight. So up to you if you go for that. Personally I do, and I think it's worth at least attempting, just because you don't lose that much time. If you miss it, you can just dash into the wall like that, or just choosing to dash into the wall. And then dash, 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 dash. And then for this room, on current patch, don't go for this inventory drop. Slash that guy, go for that inventory drop and miss it if you're me. And then I dash, as you saw there, into this curve here. Reason being it forces you down and you get another dash. And then yeah, the reason that we only did lantern pogo if we had 3 health or more is we want to do damage tank cycle here. It saves a second and a half and is honestly the most consistent way to do this room. So I'll show damage tank, and then I will show the damageless cycle, which can be quite useful for tournament. Okay, so that was it. Things to note. First of all was Mothly Fireball. If you have Soul, because you didn't need to heal or whatever, go for it. If you don't have Soul, and you feel like a gamer, you can do the no Fireball version. It's also like 0.1 faster, but if you mess up, this happens. Or if you mess up and you get really unlucky, you can do this, where you get hit there and there. So if you're on 2 health, that's run over, good job. But yeah, you got through here. What am I doing? Did I just press no clip? Yep. Oops. Anyway, you get through here. Jump straight up to the conveyor from here. Don't go over to here and then back. Just jump straight up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, done. Dash. These cycles are all off because I was showing stuff off. So I accidentally did damageless cycle, which I did want to show off at some point. So, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I got conveyor storage. Yep. There we go. So that was damage tank cycle. Another thing to be careful with damage tank cycle is you don't want to be too fast here, because if otherwise you can dash into this laser before it deactivates, so just be careful. And then you want to delay here slightly so you don't dash into this laser here before it deactivates. But you have to really be frame greeting for those to be a risk. Just something to be aware of, especially if you're on 1 health. The second one of those is the easiest to get hit by. Like that. So yeah, just delay slightly before that laser and you'll be fine. And the other thing I want to show off was damageless cycle. It is really helpful for in tournament. If you get hit, you want to just ride that conveyor up and do dashes across like that. So I was a little slow there, just because I am monkey brain, but it is just as consistent as the other cycle once you learn it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe it's... this is not what you want to hear in a guide. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I think it might be wall jumps. Oh. That's it. And then you do that. Yeah. Alright. And then the end's the same. So 1, 2, and a bit, I guess. But yeah, that's consistent as well. I wouldn't go for this cycle by default, but when you would use it, is if you're on 1 health, it's faster to do this cycle than it is to heal and then do damage tank cycle. So it's just a nice tool to have in your back pocket. And then at the end, I was doing underplat, which saves 0.1, and you get to give a shout out to Locus, which is nice, but not necessary. It's really consistent. I find this movement more consistent nowadays than I do overplat, but each their own. I think it's worth learning though. And then here, you want to cling this just so you get up to max full speed straight away. But then you actually want to uncling it, because the conveyor speed is slightly less than max full speed. So you want to cling, uncling, not cling again, just cling, uncling, and then do this. And you don't want to dash like up here. You want to dash so that your dash cooldown ends right as you get your dash back. And then yeah, pick that up and you're done. And then we come back. I'm gonna grab this. Now on current patch, Myla has 25 health instead of 20. So what that means is we only need 1 nail swing on our way to Myla. So it's similar to last time in our movement. like that, but less garbage. Oops. And I won't have C dash now, right? There we go. Taking damage there doesn't really matter. Yeah, let me try and remember what the optimal movement is here. Oh, yeah, like I say, taking damage there doesn't matter. Oh, what am I doing, please? There we go, that's it. So it's, yeah. Wall jumping. Fuck me. Please. Wall jumping, land, and then we'll jump up there. The easy version, because apparently I need it. That. And like I say, you only need one nail swing, so you can either get that off of this crawled, which isn't really too viable. I guess you can do that if it's on the right side, but I wouldn't recommend it. The pogo on this tick here will get it 99% of the time. But yeah, come up here, you have your at least one hit of soul. And through here. If you got 2 hits of soul, nail, fireball, nail. If you got 1 hit of soul, nail, nail, fireball. Just making sure you nail cancel the fireball. But yeah. That is Myla percent. Your PB, like, definitely had some really good moments in it. It was really consistent. Doing that fireball in between dashes, I think is actually slower because you're not getting to nail cancel, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm fairly sure it's slower. I won't complain though, like, it's a fine way to do it. But yeah, really good job on the PB. If you just tidy up a few of the things I suggested, especially in the Mantis Claw and Crystal Heart splits, I definitely think you could easily get a 21, possibly even a 20. But yeah, good luck in the tournament as well.